Hi.
Okay, so we're not really in the mood, but we're going. Oh, it's more like a cold water dip, really. Okay, so today is day 1 of my 100 days of moving my body. It's actually been several weeks since I've done any exercise because I packed up all of my things, I sold a lot of stuff, I moved to the US. I then went to look for the place that I wanted to live in. I got married, I came back, and then next week we are driving 20 hours from northern Michigan all the way to Colorado. It might seem like a wild time to start a challenge like this, but I feel like this is the best time to start when your life is a little bit in flux and a bit out of your control. And it's nice to have something just to hold on to so that your mental health has some form of anchor to remind itself why things are going to be okay. Luckily today I have my husband to go with me, and it's always easier getting that first couple of days done when you have someone to go with, so let's go.
Without spring chickens anymore.
I set out to move my body for 100 days in a row to give myself some form of anchor during a very tumultuous time in my life. After having waited 18 months for my visa to be approved, I packed up my whole life and moved abroad, got married and started a whole new life with my best friend. I like to think of myself as a very resilient person, but in reality I bury my emotions and often feel the physical effects of this habit. So to me, a challenge that focused on movement, preferably outside, was the perfect way to anchor myself to something constant, while my brain dealt with what I was really going through. I realized when I made this yesterday, I didn't even bother to write numbers on it, so I'm just gonna write 1, 11, 21, blah blah blah, so that I can at least keep track of which week or set of 10 days that we're on. So 1, 11, 21, 31, 41, 51, 61, 71, 81, 91. And then obviously the last day is 100. It is raining outside. A part of my 100 days of movement was to try and get outside as much as possible regardless of the weather. So I'm thinking I might do something a little relaxing today, like paddleboarding in the rain. Don't really feel like going for a run today, but I have not been outside yet, so we're going.
Hi. Want to say hi?
How you feel?
I feel good. This is not a punishment, but an invitation. It's so quiet out here that you can even hear me talking. That's how amazing it is to be outside when the lake is calm like this, and you can see it's so bright. I've been out here for like half an hour. It's definitely a workout for my arms and my core as well, but around day 5, I realized that I should probably be noting down in some way how I was feeling. If the point of this challenge was to give my mind some space, then being able to look back and read about how I was feeling from day to day would be crucial. Today was beautiful. The sun shone through the autumn leaves and my body seemed to remember how to put one foot in front of the other with a sense of ease.
A bit more out of breath than I should be, but I feel happy.
I feel calm, content. Okay, it is day 7. We are just packing up all of our stuff to donate a few more things and pack everything up, see what we're gonna ship and see what we're gonna take in the car to move, and we're just taking a little break to go for a run. We're not really in the mood, but we're going.
I have a feeling that we're probably going to need another box.
Yeah. Okay, so today is the first day of my period, and usually this is the time when my brain is particularly mean to me. So we're just about to go out and sort out some boxes that we're going to ship to our next place. But when we get back, because it's such a beautiful evening, we're going to go for another run because we want to get outside as much as possible. And then I think we're going to come back and do maybe something else, because we've been doing a lot of running, a lot of paddleboarding, but maybe it's time to do some kettlebells or something like that. So it'll be very interesting to see if this helps with this time of the month. So looking at my 100 days tick off list, it's been a month since I last ticked something off, and that doesn't mean I haven't done any moving. In fact, I've done a lot. I joined a weightlifting gym, I've been on snowy hikes every weekend, I've been on runs to try and acclimatize to the altitude. I guess when I said that this would be the perfect time to do it, I was incredibly naive, thinking that I would want to pick up the camera every time I went out to explore something new. And I realized that actually this is something that I have built into my everyday life when I am settled. And I think I was trying to push that control so that I could have something to hold on to while everything was changing around me. And what I've realized since getting here is I love moving every single day, no matter what it is. If it's a walk in the snow, if it's a hike up a mountain, if it's going to a weightlifting gym, if it's running around a local park, whatever it is, I just really love doing it. I think the challenge for me is actually standing still for a while and being in the same place and being able to create that routine. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this challenge in the first place, because over the past few years I've been moving to different places. We've had gyms that are closed. I've tried doing different kinds of exercise, and it always comes back to, if I'm not in the same place for a long period of time, I can't establish a good routine that is really good for my mental health and for my body. Having said that, I love challenges. I really want to work towards something physical, like maybe running another marathon. Next year will be 10 years since I ran my first marathon, so it could be a good excuse to do something like that, especially because living at a higher elevation has had a huge impact on how difficult it's been to adjust physically to exercising here. So even though I only made it like 11 days in a row, once I actually moved to Colorado, we ended up doing a lot more than I ever imagined. So in January, I'm going to start this challenge again because I think that I've got myself to a good place where I'm actually ready for the challenge now. I don't think I really was ready for the challenge then, but it was a great way to really help my brain understand what all of this change was like happening. So have I made it 100 days in a row? Not yet, but I've actually got myself to a really great place where I want to be outside. I want to go out even when it's really cold. I want to challenge myself and find more outdoor activities I can do all through the winter so that when spring comes around, I'm excited for the things I can do then as well. A different video from me today, but I hope you enjoyed it. I do get some questions about what kind of exercise I do, and the answer really is everything. I try to do weightlifting, I try to do long aerobic exercise, I love running, I love playing tennis, I love hiking, I'm gonna learn how to ski. I obviously love paddleboarding. Anything that is outdoors and active, I just really love to do. I grew up doing a lot of competitive sports and then I kind of lost that in my adulthood. So getting back to the things that I truly love to do is pretty exciting. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Tomorrow is probably going to be a super cozy one if I manage to pull off the idea that I have. So thank you so much for watching and I'll see you then.